Welcome back to this edition of Frontline.
Jody Fleisch is definitely the man now.
We already had a ladder in the match. Flash Barker brought in a couple of chairs, and now Jody Fleisch has entered the table into the proceedings.
Somehow it looks like Flash Barker has been busted wide open. It could have been a knee pad, it could have been the foot, it could have been anything. When Jody Fleisch is flying at you from 25 feet in the air, quite literally anything can happen, and it probably will.
Jody Fleisch now just got a hammer of a punch on the back from Flash Barker, and that's enough to win the man. Jody Fleisch is lying prone on that table. Will Fleisch capitalise and use this to his advantage? No, Fleisch seems to be going back for the ladder now, Tony.
Fleisch is going for I can't honestly see what anybody could do with a ladder after that. But all it takes is a couple of blows from Flash Barker for Jody Fleisch to be down and out. Flash Barker's twice the size of Jody Fleisch. Jody Fleisch only 21 years of age and not as experienced as Flash Barker. This is where the experience and the know-how of being in the old school is paying off for Flash Barker.
It looks like Flash Barker is going to dive off the top of the ladder through Jody and through the table, but Jody's off the table, and I don't think Flash realises this. Jody now is climbing to the top of the ladder.
Both men jockeying for position on the top of the ladder. I don't know what they're going for, but this can only be impending doom for one of them.
Jody Fleisch top of the ladder, and now sunset powerball
from the top of the ladder. Oh, Jody! If Jody Fleisch can just get to his feet and set that ladder up, we could be looking at the new champion right here, right now. But at the moment, both men are down, and they're not moving very quickly.
If Jody Fleisch was able to cover Flash Barker, it would have been a free count. Except, Tony, there are no free counts. There is only one way to claim the FWA title here tonight at York Hall, and that's to put your dead cold fingers around its medal. Flash Barker with a driver.
Sit down Michinoku driver for Jody Fleisch. That's what you get for your troubles, Jody. You start to mess with the old school, that's what you get. Flash Barker taking the ladder now. Is he going to be setting it up? Well, he's not going for the belt. The only thing I can think of, Nick, is Flash Barker isn't through inflicting the punishment on Jody Fleisch.
Both men, the adrenaline pumping through their veins, pumping through their arteries. They're so determined to add damage to one another. They seemingly forgetting about the title. Jody Fleisch just dropped toe-hold Fleisch into the ladder. He's now climbing the ladder. Moonsault!
Oh, moonsault climbing the ladder. Literally walking up it like a set of stairs, moonsaulting back off from the standing switch after Flash Barker made the first error.
Very reminiscent of Jody Fleisch's trademark wall unit. Jody Fleisch now into the corner. No, back into the ladder. Switches Fleisch, and Fleisch into the ladder and to the outside.
Spilling over into the outside, flying off the ladder. Flash seems to maybe have hurt his wrist. I see he's actually wearing extra wrist protection there. I thought it was so he could inflict some more punishment on Jody, but it looks like he may have an injury there. I'm not entirely sure. Jody Fleisch seems to be in control at the moment, but as I say that, it all switches around again, and Flash Barker proves that he's #1 at the moment.
Tony, I can answer that question for you. Why is it that the wrist tape of Flash Barker is heavily done? It's because Flash Barker has been practicing pounding away with forearm shots on any unsuspecting victim that he can find, and he's had to wrap them up because they're swelling and sore. And now Jody Fleisch is going to be the victim of the fruit of his labours.
Jody Fleisch slowly wakes his mate back over the guardrail and tries to make it back into the ring. The only way this match can be won is if one of these guys is in the center of that ring. Oh, vicious chair shot. Jody Fleisch proving anything you can do with the weapon, I can do better.
Flash Barker was trying to climb to the heavens, and Jody Fleisch managed to cut him off with a taste of cold steel. Jody Fleisch now is climbing the top rope, and whenever he's climbing the top rope, it's always going to be aerial.
It's gonna be aerial. Oh! Flash Barker using the ladder as a weapon. What's he setting Jody up for now?
Sure, this is going to look ugly!
Oh! A German suplex from the top of the ladder. Oh my God!
Earlier in the evening, we saw AJ Styles do something very similar to Jonny Storm, but Flash Barker, a much bigger, stronger man, threw Jody Fleisch from an even higher height on the top of the ladder.
From the top of the ladder, nothing could be nice, but a German suplex. If this was a normal match, it would be all over right here. 1, 2, 3, we'd have a new champion. But it's not, Nick. It's a ladder match. And while there's still some life left in Jody's body, there's still some fight left in Jody's body.
Flash Barker seems to be picking the limp, dead body of Jody Fleisch, and he's climbing up the ladder with him. I fear to think what would happen to Jody. Jody, however, managed to punch him in the midsection and get away with it. Jody on the apron, springboarded.
Oh, caught into a powerbomb. Jody's just basically been folded up like an accordion. It's horrible to see. Jody Fleisch is a friend of mine, and I hate seeing things like this happen to him in the ring. I know the title means a lot to you, Jody, but is it really worth it?
Well, Flash Barker is a friend of mine, and it gives me great pleasure to see him rightfully claim what will be his, and that is the FWA Heavyweight title. I know that a title win on Flash Barker's behalf would inspire a whole generation of young people to accomplish other great things.
You know what, Nick? I think you're wrong. I can't say for sure, but I think you're wrong. I think the fans in the York Hall this evening are firmly behind the Phoenix. The Phoenix is a hometown boy from East London. He's been training hard for many, many years. It's about time Jody got what he deserved. He's been the champion. He can be the champion.
Let's face it, Jody Fleisch is nothing more than a trick midget. Hell, he was trained by a circus, for God's sake, Tony. I think most people deep down want their title to be held by the cold, ruthless heart of an old schooler.
You know what, Nick? You mentioned the circus there. From the age of 6 years old, Jody Fleisch was trained in circus arts. And as such a performer, Jody Fleisch has always been a performer at a young age. At a young age, Jody Fleisch was picked out personally by Princess Diana herself as being her favourite performer.
Oh, Tony, it really brought a tear to my eye, Tony. But quite frankly, this is not the time and the place for entertainment. This is a wrestling match. Basically, Flash Barker is about to powerbomb Jody Fleisch on a couple of chairs.
Not nice, Nick. It's just damaging the back more and more. The point I was trying to make is, from 6 years old, Jody Fleisch has been a performer. At the age of 21 now, he's still a performer. The kid has a whole world. The whole world is open to Jody Fleisch. Wherever he goes from here on, the whole world is his oyster. Whether he's the FWA British Champion or not, Jody Fleisch is giving it his all, and these fans appreciate it.
Well, Jody Fleisch is going to be a great performer when they're using him for the miracle of science. And now, Flash Barker's climbing up the top. The referee just got booted in the face.
This isn't something you see from Flash Barker, him going to the top rope. Oh, suicide dive!
If you ask me, Jody Fleisch has just died. I just think I saw his kidney fly out of his mouth and fly across the arena.
When you see a man of Flash Barker's size go to the top rope, it spells trouble for anyone else in the area. But then being dived upon while being on a ladder on top of two chairs, it can only inflict more punishment tenfold. Jody Fleisch, Jody, my prayers are with you. I hope you pull through it. Jody, this one's do it for us.
Ah, Tony, you're beginning to make me feel just a little bit sick now. Flash Barker throwing Jody Fleisch back into the ring, and you think Jody can fly. I just saw Flash Barker jump from the top rope onto a ladder where Jody was.
It looks as though Flash Barker, if he signaled someone down the ring, it's Monkey Boy. What's Monkey Boy doing back in the ring, Nick?
Well, for a Monkey Boy, he kicks like a mule. I don't think you should call him a Monkey Boy, Tony Giles. If you ask me, he can beat you and he can beat your family. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He's a professional wrestler, just like Flash Barker and just like the other members of the old school.
He may be able to beat me, but let me ask you this, Nick. Have you ever spanked the monkey? Mark Sloan is being blatantly... He's got something in his... Are those handcuffs? Is Mark Sloan brandishing handcuffs?
With the referee down, Mark Sloan has now been able to come to ringside and handcuff Jody Fleisch.
He's handcuffed Jody Fleisch to the ropes. Oh, Flash Barker goes with a chair shot. Jody Fleisch manages to boot him in the head using the chair, and it looks as though the force of the chair shot, the force of the chair shot, Phil Flash Barker has backfired his plans. The chair shot actually broke the handcuffs. Jody Fleisch is now a free man. Monkey Boy's back and realising there's damage to be done.
No member of the old school knows going, whoa, who's this? No!
I could hear the fans chant, what could it possibly... Oh.
You can watch the concluding part of this edition of Frontline on the FWA YouTube channel now.
This is the resistance, and we need your help.